Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So I really wanted to get this video out as soon as the season ended, but man, I just did not know how to really put this video together because the Browns, they pissed me off. Shit, they done pissed everybody off, bruh. They pissed everybody off, bruh. Was just a very disappointing season, bruh. We finished the season 8-9. We missed the playoffs, and we finished basically tied for last in the division. You can say third in the division to be nice, but bruh, we finished tied for last. And in my personal opinion, this is the most disappointing season the Browns have had in Cleveland Brown history, or shall I say, in the Super Bowl era, bro. There's going to be people that's going to say, well, what about the year we was 0-16? That's an honorable mention. But the reason why this tops that season is because when we were 0-16 that year, we had no real expectations. We had limited talent. Nobody thought we was even going to make the playoffs. Nobody thought we were going to be good. Maybe average, but nobody thought we was going to be good. But shit, nobody thought we was going to be that fucking bad either. You feel me? So that year's disappointing. But the reason why this is more disappointing than that season is because, bruh, we already made a lot of investments to get to the point where we were last year, which was 11-5 and being the team that made the playoffs and won a playoff game. And let me briefly tell y'all the investments we made to get to that point. So the Browns, we didn't start getting serious as a franchise until 2018. Sounds bad, but it's the truth, bro. We bring in John Dorsey, and he does some common sense things. He goes out there and gets a quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, and he drafts Baker Mayfield with the #1 pick. Drafts Denzel Ward following that. Then he goes out there and drafts Nick Chubb in the second round. Then, as the season go on, he fires Hugh Jackson. Freddie Kitchens takes over because they fired Todd Haley too. But Freddie Kitchens take over. The Browns, they end up looking good. They were making a fight for the playoffs, just didn't make it. Freddie Kitchens then becomes the full-time dude for the next season. And what they do out there, what they do then is make some more investments. They draft Greedy Williams. They sign Kareem Hunt. They trade for Odell Beckham Jr. And we traded for Wyatt Teller mid-season, even though Wyatt Teller didn't make an impact back then, but he's making a hell of an impact now. You feel me? And we made some more little small additions too that were definitely vital to our success. But after that season, we were disappointed again, and John Dorsey ends up stepping down because he wanted Freddie Kitchens to come back when that was not in the Browns' plans. You feel me? So they cut ties. They go out there and get Andrew Berry. Andrew Berry brings in Kevin Stefanski to be the coach. Kevin Stefanski goes out there. Him and Andrew Berry, they get Jack Conklin in free agency. They get Austin Hooper in free agency. They got some more dudes in free agency too, but those are just the main ones. We drafted Jedrick Wills. Drafted Grant Delpit. Oh, and we traded for Ronnie Harrison mid-season. Those are just some of the moves we made just to get to the point of making the playoffs last year. And then after having that much success, we go out there and make some more investments, bruh. We go out there, we draft Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. We draft Greg Newsome. We draft Anthony Schwartz. We sign Jadeveon Clowney, Troy Hill, Malik Jackson, Malik McDowell, John Johnson, Anthony Walker. You feel me? And some more guys as well. You feel me? So not only did we invest before the playoff appearance, but we invested even more. We dug deeper into the fucking cap just for us to not have a good season. Disappointing. None of the less, you feel me? And then the key points to why we were disappointed is because, number one, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, he played shitty all year. Everybody talking about his shoulder injury. That definitely did play a part sometimes. But, a lot of those interceptions that he was throwing and some of those bad throws were not injury related. Like, if you just go back and look at the film, look at the games, some of those throws were not injury related, bruh. That was him mentally, bro. So Baker Mayfield did not have a good year. And then he could not connect with Odell Beckham Jr., which is why, part of the reason why Odell Beckham Jr. is not here, and basically the reason why Odell Beckham Jr.'s numbers were down, not only this year, but in the past. Then you got Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski, he thinks he's the genius with these 3 tight end sets. Like, he think he just fucking defensive coordinator's minds up, bro. You ain't fooling nobody no more, bro. Everybody already know you either run it or play action, bro. So the offense It just needs to be better because that shit that he did last year ruined our offense efficiency. Kevin Stefanski also coached himself out of numerous games last season. Made games way more difficult than they were supposed to be. But like I said, he outcoached himself. Outcoached himself. You feel me? I watched him coach himself out of that New England Patriots game for no reason, bro. I watched him do that, bro. Kevin Stefanski fails to utilize his weapons consistently in the passing game. Not only did Odell Beckham Jr. go through his shit, but Jarvis Landry's getting done the same way. Low key. It's just that people don't care enough to bring light to it because Jarvis Landry is not on the caliber of receivers such as Odell Beckham Jr. But Jarvis Landry's getting done the same way, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. But he does get the ball more often than Odell. But Jarvis is 10 times better, or should I say probably like 3 times better than what he is here in Cleveland. You feel me? But Odell Beckham Jr. they couldn't even make him the number 1 read. Couldn't even feature him into the offense. Couldn't make no plays for him to get open. Couldn't give him no deep shots. They just could not find a way to utilize him in his offense. And that's just pathetic. And it's unacceptable, bro. And that Odell Beckham Jr. trade, or should I say release, set our offense back. Our offense got worse. Receiving corps got worse. Baker got worse without Odell Beckham Jr. Let's just keep it a buck. Everybody said the Browns and Baker was better. We got worse without Odell. Not saying that we would have been any better, but shit, it just added to more problems because there were always more issues with the Browns than Odell Beckham Jr. not getting the ball. There were always more issues. But man, that just created another issue, you know? And the defense, as far as what I want to say about the defense, bruh, you know, statistically they were 5th overall, 13th in allowing, and these are all the least points. Points per game, 12th in rushing yards per game, and they were 5th in passing yards per game. So, you know, overall they're 5th. You know, they definitely got some turnovers at times, interceptions, a few fumbles here and there. Definitely was getting some sacks from Myles Garrett, but I don't think the defense was as good as what the numbers say. I think those numbers are kind of, you know, they're kind of, I forgot what they call that, but the numbers aren't as good as what they really say. Like, from what I've seen on TV, bro, the Browns' coverage needs to be better. We give up yards too much. I will say that as the season went on, we started to play better, but we be giving up too many yards. When it's time for teams to actually make a comeback, we can't stop them. You know, we've seen it multiple times throughout the season. We need our coverage game to be better because it's just not good enough, even though the statistics say they're good enough. So that's that part of the video I want to get out there, man. I got some more stuff I want to make, but I'm going to make that later. But this is how I feel. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about the Browns' disappointing season. As far as what we need to do next, first things first, we need to go out there. Clearly, they got their mind made up on keeping Baker Mayfield for some reason, so they're going to do that. It's not the worst decision, but I would like to go get better. But go out there, we need some receivers. They need to cut Austin Hooper ass. We'll talk about that later. And still find some ways to improve the defense because I'm not satisfied with that defense. I know they're not going to fire the defensive coordinator, but, you know, maybe he might not be that dude. I just honestly wholeheartedly think that if that defense, the players that we got was under a better coordinator, they would be turned up right now. And then I also want to throw out here another thing. Kevin Stefanski may not be that guy. Like, he's cool and all, but I personally don't know if he's that dude that's going to win us a Super Bowl. Like, he'll probably get you to the offs and shit, but I don't know if he's qualified to get us to a Super Bowl, bro. That's just how I personally feel. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I got some more content coming soon.